Mark has $47,000 in savings. He's 38 years old. He hasn't bought new clothes in 6 years. Wears the same jacket with a broken zipper. Drives 45 minutes each way to a grocery store to save $8 per trip. Keeps his heat at 58 degrees in winter and wears a coat inside his own apartment. He's on every frugality forum, proud of his discipline, saving 40% of his $52,000 salary. And he'll retire broke. Not because he's bad with money, because frugality rewired his brain to avoid the exact behaviors that build wealth. Let me show you the trap nobody talks about, the scarcity spiral. Here's what happens when you optimize for frugality. Step 1. You start cutting expenses. Makes sense. Feels responsible. You save $400 per month. Step 2. You get better at it. More extreme cuts. More time spent finding deals. DIY everything. You save $800 per month now. Step 3. Your brain rewires. Every purchase becomes a threat. Every dollar spent feels like failure. Spending money equals bad. Saving money equals good. This is where it breaks, because now your brain can't distinguish between waste and investment. That $2,000 course that would increase your income $15,000 per year feels like waste. That $60 per month gym membership that would improve your health and energy, unnecessary expense. That $500 to fly to a conference and meet potential clients, extravagant. Your frugality brain sees all spending as the enemy, including the spending that builds wealth. What frugality actually costs. Mark's story. Age 32. Friend invites him to invest $5,000 in a rental property partnership. Mark says no. Too risky. Need to preserve capital. That property is now worth $340,000. His share would be $85,000. Age 34. Company offers to pay for weekend MBA program. $800 per month tuition covered. But Mark would need to spend $200 per month on books, parking, food. He declines. Can't justify $200 per month. The MBA graduates in his company are now making $95,000. He's still at $57,000. Age 36. Starts freelance design work on weekends. Needs $1,200 in software and equipment to do it professionally. Can't bring himself to spend it. Keeps using free tools. Clients notice. Projects dry up. That side income could have been $2,000 per month by now. Age 38. Has $47,000 saved. Proud of his discipline. What he doesn't calculate. Lost property value, $85,000. Lost salary increase, $38,000 per year, times 4 years equals $152,000. Lost freelance income, $2,000 per month, times 2 years equals $48,000. Total opportunity cost, $285,000. He saved $47,000 by avoiding $285,000 in wealth. This is the scarcity spiral, the real cost nobody measures. The problem isn't that Mark clips coupons. The problem is what frugality does to your decision-making. When you spend 3 hours researching to save $15, your brain learns, my time is worth $5 per hour. When you refuse to spend $100 on something that could generate $1,000, your brain learns, spending money is dangerous. When you optimize every purchase for cheapest option, your brain learns, value doesn't matter, only price matters. These lessons compound. After 5 years of extreme frugality, you can't evaluate opportunity anymore. Everything looks like a cost. Nothing looks like an investment. You become allergic to the behaviors that build wealth, taking calculated risks, spending money to make money, investing in yourself, paying for expertise, building a network. All of these require spending money. And your frugality brain has been trained for years to avoid spending money at all costs.
The paradox. The frugal community will say, but I'm building wealth. I save 40% of my income. Here's the math they ignore. Saves $1,600 per month, 40% of $48,000 salary. Over 30 years, at 8%, $2,290,000. Opportunity cost of avoided investments, avoided education, avoided business, $3,500,000. Net position, $2.29 million. Could have been $5.79 million. Saves $800 per month, 20% of $48,000 salary. Invests $10,000 in skills, gets to $85,000 salary. Now saving $1,700 per month, 20% of $85,000. Starts side business with $5,000, generates $1,500 per month extra. Over 30 years, including business income, $5,200,000. Net position, $5.2 million. Same starting point, different philosophy. One optimized expenses, one optimized income. The income-focused person ends with 2.3 times more wealth. Not because they saved more, because they didn't let frugality make them allergic to opportunity. Where this actually matters. I'm not saying buy lattes and luxury cars. I'm saying extreme frugality creates a mental prison. The guy who won't spend $200 on a certification that increases his income $8,000. The woman who won't invest $1,000 in a business because, what if it fails? The person who won't pay $50 for expertise that would save them 20 hours of research. These aren't spending money on things that don't matters of research. These aren't spending decisions. These are wealth destruction decisions, made by people who've trained their brains to see all spending as the enemy. The binary truth. You can be frugal and comfortable, or you can be strategic and wealthy. You can't be both. Because extreme frugality and wealth building require opposite mindsets. Frugality mindset. Preserve what you have, avoid risk, minimize spending. Wealth building mindset. Deploy what you have, embrace calculated risk, invest strategically. One is about defense, one is about offense. Mark chose defense for 15 years. He has $47,000 to show for it. He could have had $400,000, but that would have required spending money, and his frugality brain couldn't allow that. What to do instead? Cut the stupid expenses. Once. Cancel subscriptions you don't use. Move to cheaper housing if it makes sense. Drive a used car. Then stop optimizing expenses. Redirect that energy to exactly 3 things. 1. Skills that increase your income. 2. Relationships that create opportunities. 3. Calculated risks that compound. All of these require spending money. If your first reaction to spending money is fear, your frugality brain has won, and you'll be comfortable and broke at 65. Frugality doesn't build wealth, income does, and you can't build income if you're too scared to spend money. Let me know, what opportunity did you avoid this year because it required spending money?